Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Divalog. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, I wanted to do a makeup tutorial on the look that you see on my face right here. Now this look, it's easy, it's affordable and it's ultra glam. It's got glitter, it's got wing liner, everything that makes it look ultra glam. But it's under a budget and it's super customizable. You can definitely switch up the colors to whatever is matching to your outfit. I just wanted to go out there and play a little bit with whatever is matching to my outfit right here, which is in between the shades of peaches and blue, and that's what I've done on my eyes. So yes, if you want to know how you can get this look under a budget and yet look ultra glam this Diwali, then please keep on watching. Let's kick things off by making sure we're going to be glowing to the gods. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lumi Illuminator today, and this is in the gold shade. I generally use the rose shade, but I don't mind a little bit of warmth in my skin here and there. So I'm going to use a very small amount because this is slightly a little too warm for me. So a tiny amount for me is completely fine, and I'm going to warm it up between my hands. I'm going to apply it on my face, making sure I start from the centers of my face because that's where I want most amount of glow on. For my foundation today, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is a very pretty foundation, looks beautiful on the skin and it photographs really well, which is really important for functions like Diwali or any other festive function, and especially when we're living in the era of virtual everything. You just want to ensure your photos come out nicely or your Zoom parties make you look really pretty. So I'm just going to use the spatula and I'm going to spatula on a little bit of that foundation all over my face. Using a foundation brush, I'm just going to buff out this foundation and make sure it's nicely blended in. I'm going to be going over my lids because we are not going to be using a lot of eyeshadow today. So you can go over your lids with this foundation. You don't need a separate base today. So I'm just making sure I blend it out nicely and seamlessly. For concealers, I'm going to use one of my favorite affordable concealers, the PAC Take Cover Concealer. It's not too drying, it's not too cakey, it's a very nice consistency and it actually feels very hydrating under the eyes. I don't know which shade this is because they had stickers here and that sticker has just gone away. I think this is creme yellow, I'm not sure, but anyway, this does have a really nice yellow undertone, so that really helps in counteracting with the darkness. A peach undertone or a yellow undertone would help you in counteracting that darkness. I'm also going to apply it around my mouth because I do have pigmentation over there and then around the corners of my nose. I'm also going to just stripe it down my nose and my forehead just to balance things out, and lastly on my chin area. And once I'm done placing all of that, I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush and I'm going to start blending this out. Now I have been liking using my foundation brush to blend things out because I feel like it just mishes and mashes everything together. I do use separate brushes sometimes too, but the brush that I generally like to use, which is the PAC 272, has currently been washed and is drying. It's winter time, so it takes longer in drying. I wish I had that today. I cannot go back to any other concealer brush sadly because nothing just cuts it for me any longer, so I just use my foundation brush. And I feel like for a quick Diwali tutorial, just using the same brush makes more sense for everyone too. So I'm just gonna stamp it under my eyes. I'm not gonna move it a lot, just stamping it in place so that I get that nice concentrated coverage going on. I'm gonna stamp it on the outer corners too. You can definitely make do with just one brush. You don't need a whole set of brush. If you have it on hand, nothing like it, but you definitely don't need it. With whatever's remaining of the concealer on my brush, I'm going to go on my eyelids. Again, I'm not really too, particular about getting my eyelids covered or anything because it doesn't really matter. I'm just building a nice base which looks even. Alrighty, now it's time to set all of these things down so that your makeup lasts long. So for that, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. Now, I used to use shade number 15, but I have finished that up and I already had this shade lying around, so I'm going to be using this. It's not supremely darker than my skin tone, so I don't mind that. So I'm just going to dip my brush very lightly into this, very lightly, and then I'm just going to dust it under my eyes. I'm just pushing it under my eyes to ensure that the concealer is nicely set in place. I'm also going to apply it around the mouth because I do tend to talk and express a lot, if you don't already know that. So I do get a lot of smile lines and expression lines, so I just like to set that particular area. If you have oilier skin, feel free to go ahead and set the whole of your face. For me, just setting these areas works perfectly. Now, if you do like to set your whole face, you should be doing this step before the powdering, but I'm going to be using NYX Wonder Stick, which is like a cream contour, but I've not set the rest of my face so I can easily work around that. I just like to set my under eyes as soon as I'm done with blending out the concealer because I feel like it really locks the concealer in. So I'm going to be using my NYX Wonder Stick. So what you can do is, even if you do like setting the whole of your face, just set your under eyes first in place and then do your contouring, and then you can just set the rest of your face into place. So I'm just going to be applying this contour stick wherever I like to contour things up a bit, and this is a very natural shade for me, so I can easily just apply it without thinking that I might go overboard, and it does blend out really nicely. So I've just applied it on the areas that I usually like to apply to create some shadows, and then I'm again going to go back into my foundation brush and I'm going to start blending this out. This is a nice creamy consistency, so it blends out really easily. As you can see in real time, I didn't have to work a lot around it, so it's a very easy product to work with, and that's why I really like it. But I do get there are not a lot of shades available, which is a bummer. I do wish they had like a bigger library of shades because this is not a universal shade. However, they have named it universal, but it's definitely not universal. I think it is like meant only till for my skin tone and not deeper than that, because even for me this is a pretty natural color. So I'm just done with blending all of that out while talking to you guys, so you know it's a really easy product to work with. It's time to blush up them cheeks, and I'm going to be using one of my favorite affordable blushes of all time. It's from Sivana. I have used this multiple times. It's a beautiful peach color. I love it. A, peach suits my skin really beautifully, and B, the look that I have in mind, peach would be the most amazing color to go with it. And I'm also going to be using it on my eyes, so you want to use something that's more darker than lighter. It's not a day for the most natural blush because we are going to be using it on our eyes, so we need that sort of pop of color just to bind and combine everything together. This is a super potent blush, so you do want to make sure that you tap off the excess on the back of your hand so you don't have a lot. And then I'm just going to go on the tops of my cheeks and I'm going to push this back into my contour area. Now it is time to re-emphasize that glow, and for that I'm going to be using a product that I used back in the day. I've raved about it quite a lot and I really like it. It's the PAC Baked Highlighter. This looks so beautiful on the skin. This is in the shade 02, but they do have a huge library of highlighters. So I'm just going to be using this today because it just looks so stunning on the skin. It almost makes the skin look like wet and not like glittery at all. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit again. It's super potent and I'm going to go for a very natural glow. So I'm just tapping it into my skin. I'm not swiping it across. I'm just tapping it down. I'm going to push it back into my brow just to get a nice glow overall. I'm going to do the other cheek now. I'm going to do the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose in a sort of an exclamation mark. And then I'm going to do my cupid's bow. And the last place where I'm going to slightly dust my highlighter is going to be on my forehead. Just a very slight dust, barely touching my skin. I'm not over exaggerating this area at all, just like a quick little dust. To set my face into place, I'm going to use L'Oreal Infallible Pro Makeup Setting Spray. I do like it. Like, I've not completely made up my mind about it. I feel like it's a nice spray. Okay-ish. If it fits your budget, then you should definitely get your hands on it. So I'm just spritzing it all over my face. I'm just going to fan it down and let my skin absorb all of that goodness and make the powders look very natural on my skin. We've got you in really up close and personal, so we're going to start off with the eyes. The first thing I'm going to do are my brows. I'm going to use my K-Beauty eyebrow pencil. This is in the shade Hazelnut and I really like this brow pencil. The only thing that I miss with it is a spoolie, but you can easily get a spoolie brush in any makeup kit. So I'm just going to be putting this brow pencil on and I'm going to make sure I go in the direction of my hair growth, and I'm going with very light strokes. I'm not going to overly fill my brows today, just very light strokes. Using the spoolie from another brow pencil, I'm just going to spoolie out my brows to see if I still need to work on to some areas. Again, I am trying to keep my brows quite light. I want them to look like microbladed and not filled in. That's the vibe and look we are going for today. I think I'm happy with the brows. You can always go back and forth once you're done with your complete makeup just to see if everything is in place. But as I said earlier, we're going to be going back to our blush. This is my peach blush that I've used on my cheek. And then I'm going to pick up a shader blender brush and I'm going to really coat my brush with this so that I have a nice amount of color going on in there. And I'm going to first just put it through my crease, okay? So I'm not putting it through my lid first, but just only through my crease. We would be working on the lid too, but I want maximum concentration in my crease, which just blows out towards the brow. So I'm just making sure I have a nice amount of peach in there, and I'm gonna blow it out as I go towards my brow and blend it out nicely. Again, if you want, you can go in back and forth with multiple brushes, but just having one good shader blender brush would do the job too. With a light amount of color, I'm also going to place it all over my lid just to get a nice wash of color. We're not trying to make it look too concentrated or anything, just as a nice wash of color is what we are going for. I'm also applying the same blush a little bit on my lower lash line just to balance out my eyes, and I'm going to connect it to my upper lid. I'm not going super heavy handed on my lower lash line because I do want the top lid to be more emphasized than my bottom lash line today. I'm just going to pick up my highlight on a teeny tiny brush, and I'm just going to put this on my inner corners just to open up my inner corners up a bit before we go in with our glam. So I'm just applying it in my inner corners. You can go as heavy handed as you want because it's all about the glam today. I'm also going to apply just a tiny amount under the highest point of my brow. So right here, just to push my brows up a little bit and make my features look a little bit more pronounced. And now coming to the fun glam bit, I'm going to pick up a colored liner. This is in the shade Moonstone by Cuffs and Lashes. I do really like their liners. I feel like they're really nice and pigmented, and they do show up on Indian skin tone, which is such a relief because so many times colored liners just don't show up on our skin and it just looks like a muddiness, like dirtiness, muddiness. I can't even explain it. So I'm really happy that we have some nice colored liners which are made in India. So I'm going to be using the shade Moonstone as I've mentioned, and they're nice and thick. They're not supremely watery like L18 liners, so they actually like hold the shape really nicely. So now you just need to inhale courage, inhala, and exhale fear. Exhala. And you really want to make sure that you have steady hands for this. You can definitely use a tape or anything that you want, and you just want to go in a nice flicking motion like that, and then you just want to take it slightly higher and connect. Okay, now you can take your time to perfect it out a little bit so that it's nice and defined like you want it to be. And I'm also going to line my actual lash line and connect it to this wing liner. And now you're just going to repeat the same thing on the other eye and try to match it as perfectly as you can. Now wing liners can definitely be stepsisters or even cousins, but try to make them as similar as you can. So I'm just gonna again flick it out, flickety flick, connect, and perfect. Now a little bit of liner has bled into my eye, so don't worry about that. Leave it alone for a bit so that it can dry down a little bit, so you can just remove it rather easily. If you try to remove it right now, it will become a little messy, so just leave it alone for a slight bit. Now if you do get uneven bits and bobbles here and there, it's completely fine because our next step is not only going to perfect it, but it will actually make it look really unique and nice. Do you know what we're going to do next? Glitter time. So I'm going to be using TS Cosmetics Slay Queen, which has a lot of iridescent tones in there, a little bit of blue, purple, every shade in there. It's a very beautiful glitter liner. And I'm also going to be using a stiff brush alongside, whether you want to use a stiff brush so that you can easily place down the color. So I'm going to start off by picking up a little bit of that color onto my brush, and then I'm going to place it in between my liner. So I'm literally just stamping it down. Now, if you already got some liner here and there, it would just make it look different tones of blue, which is something I absolutely love, and I feel like it would look so gorgeous. So I am just stamping it down, and don't worry about the little flecks that you might get on your lashes. We can just literally flake them off. Now it's completely your choice on where you want to stop with the glitter. If you want to pack it tightly or you want to leave it very spare or however you prefer it to be. I'm going to go the middle route, not too glittery and not too just specks of glitter here and there, just somewhere in between. Now at this point, if you feel like your liner is not popping enough, you can go ahead and fix it. For me, I feel like my lash line got a little lost somewhere. So I'm just going to re-emphasize that on my lash line so it looks like an encased glitter and not just like a glitter liner topped with another liner. So I want like a double liner going on, and that's what I'm going to be reinforcing. Once you're happy with your liner, you can move on to your mascara. I'm going to be using an oldie but a goodie Maybelline Colossal Volume Express Mascara, and I'm just going to coat my upper and lower lashes with this mascara to give them a nice base for my falsies. Now falsies are of course optional. You don't need to put them on. I just love to put them on, so I'm going to be putting them on. You can of course just go out without them. So I'm just coating my upper and my lower lashes with this mascara, to give them the depth and the color that they need. It's now time for me to put on my false lashes, but I want to keep them pretty natural because I want the liner and the glitter to speak more than the lashes. So I'm going to be using pack 213 today. They're very, very natural, wispy, and just very spare. So they almost look like nothing on your lids, but just gives you a little extra something. And I'm going to be using my Miss Claire glue today because I've been really enjoying using this glue. I've been using it for a while now, and I'm surprisingly really liking it. Now that the eyes are done, it's time to do the lips and finish the look off. And just to keep things pretty cohesive, I'm going to be using a nice peachy nude lipstick. I'm using the shade Valentine from PAC Soft Matte Lipstick range. I really like this range. It's top notch, you guys. So I'm just going to be applying this all over my lips. And yes, with that we finished this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe because it would mean the absolute world to me. Also, let me know what other makeup tutorials you guys would like to see, and I would love to do them for you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. Mwah. Bye.